Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive today.
Today.
We're going to be exploring the future of AI.
Okay.
And not just like the everyday AI tools that we're seeing everywhere these days.
Right. Yeah.
This is about what's coming next.
Yeah.
The stuff that could completely reshape entire industries. And to guide us through this, we've got a YouTube video featuring 3 incredible minds in AI.
So who are these folks?
Well, we've got Prem Maraju.
Okay.
He's the CEO of Stability AI.
Oh, wow. Stability AI.
Yeah, you know the company behind those AI image generators that are like
Yeah, those are everywhere now.
all over the place?
Yeah.
And he actually even got James Cameron to join his board.
Oh, wow.
You know?
The James Cameron Titanic Avatar.
That's right.
That's impressive.
Yep, that James Cameron.
Oh,
We've also got Richard Soker.
Yep.
He's the CEO of You.com,
You.com.
which is an AI-powered search engine.
Okay.
And he's also like a major investor in AI.
I see.
Like he was even an early investor in Hugging Face.
Nice.
And last but not least,
Okay.
we've got Dr. Kai-Fu Lee.
Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. Okay.
He's been working in AI for over 40 years.
Wow. 40 years.
I know.
That's like almost the entire history of AI right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's worked at Apple, Microsoft, and Google.
Oh, wow. Impressive resume.
No, right?
Yeah.
And now he runs both Sinovation Ventures
Okay.
and his own AI company called 01.ai.
So he's seen it all.
He really has.
Yeah.
So we've got some seriously heavy hitters here. And they're going to help us understand how AI could revolutionize things.
Like this exciting.
I know.
What kind of things?
Like Hollywood healthcare, even the balance of power globally.
Oh.
And of course, we'll talk about what all of this means for your job.
Right, because everybody's wondering about that.
Oh yeah, everybody wants to know if the robots are coming for their jobs.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's dive in.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll start with Hollywood.
Okay.
Here, Prem Maraju predicts that in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll see a massive shift in how movies are made. Instead of being rendered,
Okay.
they'll be generated by AI.
Generated by AI. So not just like special effects, but like whole movies.
We're talking about AI tools that could change how stories are told.
Okay, that's interesting.
Imagine like personalized movie lengths tailored to your preferences.
Like choose your own adventure.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Or like an explosion of news stories and perspectives as AI tools become more accessible to aspiring filmmakers.
That would be really cool to see.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Maraju predicts this could lead to like a 5 to 10 times increase in content creation.
Wow.
Pretty mind-blowing thought.
Yeah, 5 to 10 times.
And James Cameron is actually betting on this.
Really?
He wants to use AI to like speed up the filmmaking process dramatically.
Oh, that makes sense for him.
Yeah, right.
Like big, huge movies
Yeah.
with tons of effects.
Exactly.
AI could really help.
But what about the actors?
Yeah, right. What about the actors?
Will they be replaced by AI?
I mean...
But Maraju doesn't think so.
Oh, okay.
He believes that the director and actor dynamic is still crucial.
I see.
He sees AI more as a way to enhance performances.
Okay.
Imagine actors getting that perfect take every single time,
Wow.
thanks to AI.
That would change things a lot.
It raises some interesting questions about how AI will change the nature of acting and filmmaking.
Yeah, for sure.
That's-
And like what's real and what's not.
Exactly. So AI is said to shake things up in Hollywood,
Yeah.
but its impact goes way beyond the entertainment industry.
Okay, so where else is this going?
One of the most exciting frontiers is how AI is evolving to understand more than just text.
More than text.
It's becoming multimodal.
Multimodal.
So Richard Soker explains that natural language processing,
Okay.
or NLP,
And yep.
as it's called, is becoming the foundation for AI that can understand not just words,
Okay.
but images code, and even the building blocks of life.
Like DNA.
Well, even more fundamental.
Oh, wow. Proteins.
Proteins, okay,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
I know, right?
Yeah,
So we're not just talking about AI that can write a screenplay
right.
or create a special effect.
Mm-hmm.
This is AI that could potentially design custom proteins to target specific diseases.
Like personalized medicine?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Or even create new antibiotics.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And this isn't just science fiction.
Right.
Socher's team at Salesforce Research actually did this back in 2020.
Oh, wow.
They created a protein that was 40% different from any found in nature.
That's amazing.
And we're already seeing startups pop up using AI to unlock the potential of protein engineering.
So this is like a real thing that's happening right now.
It is. It's happening now.
That's incredible.
This could have huge implications for healthcare.
Yeah, huge.
But what about AI's limitations?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Is there ceiling to its intelligence?
Right. Is it just going to keep getting smarter forever?
Well, Socher explains that some tasks,
Okay.
like playing chess or go...
Could be perfectly simulated by AI.
Right.
This means AI can essentially practice endlessly
Oh, I see.
and become superhuman at those tasks.
Yeah, like it can calculate every possible move.
Right.
Okay.
So in those specific areas,
Mm-hmm.
AI can truly surpass human capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But what about more complex, real-world tasks?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's where it gets a little trickier.
Okay.
So for example, think about something like customer service.
Okay, customer service.
AI can only be as good as the data we collect about human behavior.
Right, makes sense.
Taker actually joked that plumbers are probably safe from AI for now.
He said that.
Yeah,
I guess nobody's collecting data on every leaky faucet out there.
that's his point.
Yeah, that's funny.
And that highlights a key point.
What's that?
AI still depends on us
Okay.
to feed it the right information.
So it's not gonna like become self-aware and just start learning on its own?
Not yet, at least.
Okay, good.
Okay, so plumbers might be safe for now,
Right.
but what about the rest of us?
Yeah, that's the big question. What does this mean for the future of work?
Like, are we all going to be out of jobs?
Well, Soker suggests that many of us might become managers of AI agents,
Managers of AI agents?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
giving them instructions to do the tasks we used to do ourselves.
Oh, so we'll be like telling the AI what to do.
Right.
Interesting.
Instead of spending hours like manually inputting data
Right.
or generating reports,
Yeah.
you could describe the process to an AI agent
Mm-hmm.
and it would do it for you.
Okay. I can see that.
So the key skill for the future won't just be technical expertise,
Right.
but the ability to communicate effectively with AI.
Oh, that's interesting.
We need to be able to explain what we need clearly and concisely,
Mm-hmm.
so AI can understand and execute our instructions.
It's a whole new way of thinking about work.
And this isn't some far-off future scenario.
Really?
So Sector gave an example of a cybersecurity firm
Okay.
where employees learned to describe their workflows to AI agents. They were able to automate hours of work each week.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
I know.
Yeah.
Freeing up their time to focus on more complex tasks.
So the AI is like taking care of the boring stuff.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So that's a powerful example of how AI can augment human capabilities,
All right.
making us more efficient and productive.
And it seems like a lot of people are worried about AI replacing jobs. But this is like the opposite.
Yeah, it's about AI helping us do our jobs better.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that brings us to another important question.
It's that.
What skills do we need to thrive in this AI-powered future?
Right. What should we be learning now?
Well, Socher and Dr. Kai-Fu Lee,
Okay.
they both agree that learning to code is still important.
Even with all this AI stuff.
Yeah, even if the code of the future might look more like plain English.
Oh, interesting. Like just talking to the AI.
Yeah, like Miraju suggests.
Yeah.
But
Well-
Socher says that knowing how to code gives you a deeper understanding of how AI works.
I see.
It helps you demystify the technology.
Uh-huh. And use it more effectively.
It's like understanding how a car works.
Yeah?
You don't have to be a mechanic to drive.
Right. Yeah.
But knowing how the engine works can make you a better driver.
Exactly.
Okay, so coding is still important,
It's still valuable.
but AI isn't just about individual careers.
Right.
It also has major implications for the global balance of power.
That's a big one.
Yeah, how is that going to play out?
Well, that's where Dr. Kai-Fu Lee's perspective is particularly interesting.
Okay.
He has experience in both China and Silicon Valley.
Right. He's kind of got a unique view on this.
He does.
Yeah.
And he sees some key differences in how these two tech powerhouses are approaching AI development.
So what are those differences?
Well, Lee argues that the U.S. excels in breakthrough innovation,
Okay.
like coming up with those initial groundbreaking ideas.
Right.
But China is a master of engineering and execution.
So they're really good at taking those ideas and making them a reality.
That's exactly it.
They're incredibly good at taking those ideas and scaling them up quickly and efficiently.
So how does this play out in the real world?
Okay, so take generative AI, for example.
The stuff that can create images and text and all that?
Okay, it was invented in the US,
Right.
but China is catching up quickly,
Really?
building powerful AI models at a fraction of the cost.
That's a big deal.
It is.
So how are they doing that?
Well, Lee's own company, 01.ai,
Okay.
they built a top-performing AI model for only $3 million.
$3 million.
Compare that to the estimated $80 to $100 million
Whoa.
spent on GPT-4.
That's a huge difference.
It's a massive difference.
Yeah.
So how did they manage to do that?
Yeah, I mean, how do you build something that powerful for so much less money?
Well, Lee says it was partly due to constraints.
Concentrate.
Having limited access to high-end GPUs
Uh-huh.
forced his team to be more innovative,
I see.
finding ways to build more efficient models
Okay.
that don't require as much computing power.
So sometimes limitations can actually lead to breakthroughs.
Absolutely.
That's a fascinating insight.
When you're forced to work with less,
Right.
you have to be more creative and resourceful.
Yeah, you have to think outside the box.
And in this case, it led to a more cost-effective way to develop AI,
Mm-hmm.
which could make the technology more accessible globally.
That's really important, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So with all of this in mind,
Okay.
what advice would our experts give to someone just starting their career today?
Right. What should we all be doing to prepare for this AI-powered future?
It seems like there are a lot of different paths you could take in the world of AI.
That's for sure.
Okay, so let's hear it.
What wisdom do these AI gurus have to offer the next generation?
Well, Prem Maraju, the CEO of Stability AI,
Okay.
he believes that the future of coding might actually be
Wait, what?
English.
English.
He advises young people to focus on learning all they can about AI
Okay.
and how to use it.
Uh-huh.
He argues that coding skills might become less essential as the language of AI becomes more intuitive.
So, like, we'll just be talking to AI?
Yeah, basically.
Wow, that's a bold prediction.
Do you think traditional coding will really become obsolete?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, Richard Socher, the CEO of You.com,
Okay.
he has a different take.
Oh, okay.
He believes that learning to code is still crucial.
Why does he think that?
Socher says coding demystifies AI.
Okay.
It gives you those foundational skills
Mm-hmm.
to understand how it all works under the hood.
Right. It's like knowing how the engine works.
Exactly.
So it's about becoming more than just a user. It's
Right.
about becoming a creator and innovator in the world of AI.
Exactly.
And Socher's advice is to combine those coding skills with another passion.
Oh, that's good advice.
Yeah, whatever it might be.
He believes that combination will be a recipe for success in the AI-powered future.
So you have Maraju saying coding might not be as important.
Yeah.
And Socher saying it's more important than ever.
It's interesting to see these contrasting viewpoints.
Yeah, for sure.
So what does Dr. Kai-Fu Lee have to say about all this?
Yeah, he seems to have a more philosophical approach to AI.
He does.
Yeah.
Lee's advice is to follow your heart.
Okay.
If coding is your passion,
Mm-hmm.
go for it.
But if it's not?
If it's not, focus on how you can leverage AI for what you do love.
I like that.
It's about finding that intersection between your interests and the power of AI,
Yeah.
whether you're a coding whiz or not.
Right, because AI is ultimately a tool.
It is a tool.
And the most important thing is to use it in a way that aligns with your values and goals.
But that doesn't mean you should ignore it altogether.
Right.
AI is going to impact every aspect of our lives.
So we need to be aware of these trends
Yeah.
and think about how we can adapt and thrive in this rapidly evolving world.
Exactly.
So we've talked about how AI could change everything from like making movies to
Yeah.
discovering new medicines. It's crazy.
It is.
But where do we go from here?
Right. Like, how do
Yeah.
we actually prepare for this? Yeah. How do we prepare for a future where AI is so deeply integrated into our lives?
I mean, it's a big question.
It's a huge question.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really struck me
Okay.
was how these experts have different perspectives
Okay.
on the role of coding in the future.
Right.
Like Prem Raju seems to think it might become less important,
Mm-hmm.
while Richard Socher believes it's more crucial than ever.
So who's right?
I don't know. I mean,
It's tough to say.
it's fascinating to see that even the leading minds in AI
Right.
don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
It shows just how rapidly this field is evolving
Mm-hmm.
and how much we still have to learn.
And that uncertainty can be both exciting and a little daunting.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, we have this incredible potential to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
Yeah, like curing diseases.
Exactly.
Eliminating poverty.
But on the other hand, there are real concerns about the potential risks of AI,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
like job displacement and the misuse of AI for harmful purposes.
Like we've seen with deepfakes and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's like a double-edged sword.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a bit like standing on the edge of a new frontier.
Oh, I like that.
We can see the amazing possibilities,
Right.
but we also need to be mindful of the unknown dangers.
Yeah. the things we haven't even thought of yet
Exactly.
that might lie ahead.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations.
Yeah.
To explore both the potential benefits and the potential risks of AI.
Absolutely.
It's not about being afraid of the technology,
Right.
but about understanding it
Mm-hmm.
and using it responsibly.
Like any powerful tool,
Exactly.
you got to be careful with it.
And one of the things that's often overlooked
Okay.
is the fact that AI isn't some monolithic entity.
Right.
It's a collection of different technologies and techniques, each with its own strengths and weaknesses.
So we need to be careful about making sweeping generalizations
I think so.
about what AI can and cannot do. Right. It's not about asking, is AI good or bad? It's about understanding the nuances of different AI systems and how they can be used ethically and effectively.
That's a really good point.
That brings us back to Dr. Kai-Fu Lee's point about China's rise in the AI field.
Right.
He argues that China's focus on engineering and execution could lead to a shift in the global balance of power.
It's a big deal.
He even pointed out that China is already building powerful AI models at a fraction of the cost of those developed in the US.
So it's not just a technological race.
Right. It's also about economics and geopolitics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as AI becomes more powerful and pervasive,
Right.
these implications will only become more profound.
It's kind of scary to think about.
It is a little bit.
So what does all of this mean for us?
Yeah, what does it mean for the everyday people who are going to be living in this AI-powered world?
What steps can we take to prepare for the changes that are coming?
It can feel overwhelming, right?
God, absolutely.
Well, I think the first step is to stay informed.
Okay.
Keep learning about AI and how it's evolving.
Yeah, read articles, watch videos, listen to podcasts.
Yes, this podcast.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to ask questions
Right.
and engage in discussions about AI.
The more we talk about it, the better equipped we'll be
I agree.
to navigate the challenges and opportunities it presents.
And as we discussed earlier, developing strong communication skills will be essential.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We need to be able to clearly articulate our needs and instructions to AI systems.
It's like we're going to be managing these AI agents, so we need to be able to give them clear directions.
That makes me think about the advice Soker gave
Okay.
about combining coding skills with another passion. If we can understand the underlying principles of AI,
Right.
we'll be better able to leverage it to achieve our goals.
So it's not just about being a user.
No.
It's about being a creator.
And as Dr. Lee said, it's about following your heart. Whether you're passionate about art, science, business, or something else entirely,
Yeah.
AI can be a powerful tool to help you achieve your dreams.
But we need to approach it with both enthusiasm and caution.
Oh, absolutely.
We need to be aware of the potential risks
Right.
while embracing the incredible possibilities.
It's a bit like a tightrope walk, isn't it?
Oh, I love that analogy.
We need to find that balance between pushing the boundaries of innovation
Right,
and ensuring that AI is used for good.
Well said.
And speaking of pushing boundaries,
Okay.
let's talk about one of the most mind-blowing applications of AI that we touched on earlier,
Which one?
protein engineering.
Oh, yeah. That's where AI starts to feel like something out of science fiction.
I know, right?
We're talking about using AI to design custom proteins that could revolutionize medicine, agriculture, even manufacturing.
Remember how Soker's team created a protein
Yeah.
that was 40% different from any found in nature?
That was back in 2020.
It was back in 2020.
Imagine what's possible now with even more advanced AI tools.
We could see the development of new antibiotics to combat drug-resistant bacteria,
Wow. Yeah.
personalized medicines tailored to our individual DNA,
Okay.
and even biomaterials with properties we never thought possible.
That's incredible.
The potential is truly staggering.
It is.
But of course, with any powerful technology,
Right.
there are risks to consider.
Yeah, like what if these AI designed proteins have unintended consequences?
Exactly.
Or what if they fall into the wrong hands?
Those are big questions.
How do we ensure that these AI designed proteins are safe and effective?
And how do we prevent them from being used for harmful purposes?
Those are questions we need to be asking
Absolutely.
as this field continues to advance.
It's a lot to think about, right?
Yeah, it's heavy stuff.
But that's the whole point of this deep dive.
Right.
We're not just here to marvel at the latest technological advancements.
Yeah.
We're here to explore the implications, to understand the potential benefits and risks,
Right.
and to start thinking critically about how we want to shape the future of AI.
Because it's not predetermined.
It's not.
It's something that we're all creating together.
So what can we do as individuals
Yeah.
to make sure AI is used for good?
I mean, It can feel overwhelming when you think about the scale of this technological revolution.
It really can.
It's true that AI can feel like this massive force that's beyond our control.
Right.
But I think there are a few things we can all do to make a difference.
Okay, like what?
First, stay informed.
Okay.
Like we said before, the more you understand about AI, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions
Right.
and advocate for responsible use.
So reading articles, watching documentaries, listening to podcasts,
Exactly.
all of that helps.
It's about making a conscious effort to stay up to date on the latest developments in AI.
Okay, what else?
Second, support organizations and initiatives
Okay.
that are working to promote ethical AI development.
Like what kind of organizations?
There are a growing number of groups
Okay.
focused on issues like AI bias, transparency, and accountability.
So we can actually make our voices heard
Absolutely.
and contribute to the conversation about how AI should be developed and used.
Exactly.
And finally, think about how you can use AI for good in your own life and work.
Yeah.
Whether you're a student, an artist, an entrepreneur, or just someone who's curious about technology.
There are ways to leverage AI
I agree.
to make a positive impact.
That's a really empowering message.
It is.
It's not just about passively observing the rise of AI.
Right.
It's about actively shaping its development
Exactly.
and using it to create a better future.
But I have to admit, sometimes I still feel a bit overwhelmed by all of this.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's changing so fast,
I know.
and it can be hard to keep up.
I think that's a perfectly normal feeling.
Okay, good.
AI is a complex and rapidly evolving field.
But remember, you don't have to become an AI expert overnight.
No.
Just start by taking small steps.
Right. Learning a little bit at a time
Yeah.
and engaging in conversations about the issues that matter to you.
That's good advice.
Small steps can lead to big changes.
Absolutely.
And remember, we're all in this together.
We are.
The future of AI is not something that will be decided by a small group of tech elites.
Right.
It's something that we will all shape
Collectively.
through our choices and actions.
Exactly.
So we've heard from Prem Marju, Richard Soker, and Dr. Kai-Fu Lee about the future of AI.
And it's clear there are a lot of different perspectives on where this is all headed.
Yeah, and what it all means for, us everyday folks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fascinating to hear their predictions about how AI will change everything from Hollywood to healthcare to the global balance of power.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to think about the potential benefits.
Oh, yeah, like new medical treatments,
Yeah,
personalized learning experiences. Like
Right.
there's so much potential there.
there is.
Yeah.
But we also need to be mindful
Of those potential risks.
of job displacement.
Exactly.
The misuse of AI for harmful purposes.
Right. It's important to be aware of both sides of that coin.
Definitely, it's not all sunshine and roses.
It's not. No.
It's a lot to process, right?
But it is a lot.
Yeah,
But that's the whole point of this deep dive.
right.
We want to give you a glimpse into the future of AI and help you understand those key trends
Yeah.
that are shaping this technological revolution.
It really is a revolution.
It is.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground
Yeah.
in this deep dive.
I mean, we talked about how